I saw something on TikTok where they used platforms. I think it was TikTok at least. And I was like, you know what? I don't play with platforms enough. I'm always just kind of, just do the usual, right? I really wanted to play with platforms. It took me a minute to get the layout. Actually, it really took me the whole time. I definitely changed up the layout through most of the build because I wanted to really get this platform staircase looking a certain way. And like I said, I'm playing around with platforms. It's not something I typically do, but I just thought it would be a fun little change of pace. I'm in Oasis Springs. I'm at the Nookstone lot where you can see the dinosaur in the background because everyone needs a giant dinosaur in their background just to look out their window at night and see a giant dinosaur. So that's where we went with this one. I struggled with this a little bit. For some reason, my roofing kept messing up, and I didn't know if it was because it was on a diagonal. I kept losing roof space and having to like go in and recreate the room to get the roof back. I don't know. It was weird. Layout definitely took me a hot minute with this house. It just, even though it was like, I don't know, maybe it's not big. It felt really small, but I didn't, think to make it any bigger. I knew that I did. I go in and obviously make it a little bit bigger, but it just took me a hot minute because I didn't want to go overly big. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, cute little desert house, right? It just took me a second with layout. Making the space bigger really helped. And then of course, finding out where I wanted to put my door because at first it was on one side and then I moved it to the middle and then I moved it over to the other side. Like I said, just all over the place with these platforms trying to make it look really good. I wanted it all lined up. The like OCD perfectionist of me wanted to make sure that it looked really nice in front. Of course, as you do. The staircase I fiddled with so much because I just wanted to look a certain way, right? And there I am fixing the roof. So finally getting in there with the layout. When you're upstairs, there is the bathroom and then just the single kind of lofted bedroom. You just walk straight up the staircase into the bedroom. And I definitely stuck with a cutesy color theme, pinks and greens, some yellows, blues. I really utilized a lot of the high school pack because it just has so many cute items. When getting into this house, I did this house in cottage living high school years base game. And that way it's something a little more obtainable for everybody. It's something cute to live in. I give it these really pretty colors. And I really love the way, I feel like I say that all the time. Like, I really love the way it looks. I really love the way it turned out. But I do. What do you want me to say? I like it, okay? I built it. I would hope that I would like it. If I built it and I didn't like it would be like torturing myself or something. I don't know, but I like it. I do. I'd live here. I'd live in most of my builds. I have fun with them and I think they're pretty. Maybe I don't know. I don't think that I could physically like make something that I don't like. You know what I mean? You impart part of yourself into these builds. So I like them. I do. So sue me. I hope you like it too. It's very cute, and my thought with this was it's very bohemian. My style of bohemian. Maximalist, patterns, colors. I'm just saying a bunch of words, I guess. But like I said, I really love it. I would live here. Sue me. But don't sue me. You have no grounds. I just leaned into this really cutesy vibe, right? Because cottage living is a vibe, right? All its own. And high school years has its own vibe, all its own. And just adding it together and using these beautiful colors, using all those pretty greens and pinks and yellows. And I'm just here for it. Here for it. Living my best life with this beautiful house. I go back and forth on a couple different things. It is definitely a little expensive. I hold not back. I do not hold back. I just go for it. Maybe I need to do a budget build in my future. Or a 10-minute challenge. That's always usually a budget build. Except for when I did my 10-minute challenge in Evergreen Harbor and made a shipment container house and bought the most expensive appliances, and it was like 45,000 simoleons. Yeah, shocker. Windows took me a minute, making sure that they all kind of lined up. I always struggle with windows because I don't want it to be too matchy, right? I don't want the same square window around the house 20,000 times. And that's typically what happens. I'm like putting the same window and then I have to break it up. So, which you see me doing right there. It's all the like lattice work windows, whatever, they work. But I want a bunch of windows too. Like, I don't know how I find the balance. And I don't know that I necessarily find the balance. I think I just do it and we play that by ear and see what happens. I thought it'd be really cute to put all these trellises on the back because I couldn't put windows back there because of the staircase and the fireplace. So I added all this really cute little trellis across the back side, giving it like a very green, planty vibe while we're in the desert. She has a big water bill, watering all those plants. I've changed up the color of the house just a little bit, trying to find that perfect color that just feels right. When it feels right, messing around with those platforms because I just can't help myself, trying to make sure that they look good. And then adding a little bit of trellis in the front to bring it around so it doesn't look like this weird last minute thought. And then going in, trying to grab plants that are in the world that will go with this house. Just in debug, pulling everything out, trying to make sure I have enough. And then doing this really cute little stone walkway from the platform staircase out to the sidewalk. And I really should do that more. I don't do it a whole lot where I take these stones and add them, and they're just so pretty, and I really should do it more. So this is me writing this down, telling myself to do that stonework more often. Pulling back, looking at the surrounding area, making sure that I add plants from the environment, but I don't go too overboard, which I started to with the little daisies, but I reel it in. Wanted to make sure I added in some rocks to kind of pull in from the environment. And it's in my nature to want to use so many plants and go very heavy on the landscaping, and I really just had to tell myself no. Had a little fun with it and just tried to feel minimal with the landscaping and not feel bad about being minimal with the landscaping. And I say minimal, and you're probably looking at this like this is not minimal. I don't know. Someone help me. I don't know what minimal is. I've said it once, said it twice, said it a million times. I'm definitely a maximalist at heart. Even when I think I'm being minimal, I'm probably not. So inside, definitely need some final details, add some clutter in, finish this bedroom up. I jumped out of using just cottage living and the high school years because I wanted a really cute yellow dresser, and I just was struggling finding something that would work. So I start going in, I'm like, nope, reel it in. We went just high school years, just cottage living and base game. And so I do that. I bring it back in, I reel it in. Sometimes I forget what I'm doing, don't judge me. So I reel it in and then just get started finishing this room, giving her some bedroom clutter, making it feel very homey. I had that weird little corner right there. I wanted to utilize that space somehow. So, put a laundry basket there, whatever. I struggled with the windows up here. It just all felt too matchy. And I know there's so many windows and I probably didn't need that many windows, but I liked the way it looked from the outside, and so I didn't want to cave on it. So, you do what you do and you make it work. Not only are the platforms played with on the outside, but if you see the platforms are played with on the inside, that little nook when you walk in is raised up and you go into the living room, which is sunken down one level, and then the kitchen is back up a level. Probably a safety hazard if you're like me and a bit clumsy, but whatever. It's The Sims, so they'll be fine. They'll live through it. We are definitely finishing up, just adding last minute clutter items. Let's finish decorating this and jump in. So here is this beautiful house. Got the dinosaur in the background. I really like how it looks. I loved playing with the platforms. It was a whole lot of fun getting in there and changing it up, doing it a little different. She's got a little art area. She can paint. I never noticed the detail inside the fireplace, and it's just so pretty, like literal chef's kiss. If you look in the back corner, you see that weird glitch from the roof. I don't understand it. I really hope you like this build. I had so much fun experimenting with platforms, and I hope to do some more of it soon. If you like this build, want it for yourself, it is pack friendly. It is cottage living, high school years, and of course, base game. If you want this build, you can get it for yourself off the gallery. My name is katxthrash, just like on YouTube. If you're enjoying watching my videos, seeing what I'm up to, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all the fun YouTube things, and come back for more. I hope you have a great night wherever you are. Bye, y'all.